Alright guys, Birdman here. And it's August 4th. I haven't made a video in a while, especially about food. I got a couple of subscribers of mine. One of them I know personally, Bachelor. I won't call out his name. I don't want to embarrass him. We'll just call him the Italian. And I got the Italian is not very handy when it comes to cooking at home. So I'm going to be making a couple of videos to get him started, because he's inspired to cook, but he doesn't even know where to begin. And the other person that I'm making this video for is a subscriber of mine. We'll call him the German. Now, I do not know him in the flesh. I know him only as a subscriber. We subscribe to one another. Now, I assume by some of the ways that we communicate that he is a bachelor divorcee, but I know that he cooks. But the reason why I mention him is because he eggs on these kind of nice videos. He enjoys them. So to the Italian and the German, we're going to be making some, we call it Greek toast. In Greece, that's what they call it. And in Italy, they call it paninis. Okay. Greeks call it Greek toast. Italians call it paninis. Either or, you either need rolls. Normally they're elongated rolls, or you need nice fresh French bread, or you need very good Italian bread. You know, you don't want no junk. Sesame, poppy, plain. Now, I love starches. When I come off of my diets, because Birdman is always trying to be a little self-conscious about his weight and, you know, pay attention, because when the general passed of nasopharynx cancer, and he fought that for 2 years, and they never gave him that much time. I believe inside of me that had the general not been a diabetic, that he would have beat that cancer. So that's why I watch what I do, because I don't fear much, but diabetes is no cure. And if you have that, you can't fight. But sometimes you got to have some bread. You got to be a slob sometimes. And that's it. This video is simple cooking. Sesame, poppy, plain, French, croissant. I got 2 unpeeled potatoes. I got a brand new Griddler panini press, which Lady Bird got as a shower gift. It was probably one of the 2 things that which I put on the registry. See, it's good to go. I've never used it before. It's heating up for the first time. I'm going to be, I already cleaned the surface, because, you know, you got to clean oils, manufacturing, mold releases, whatnot. Then we're going to be taking real olive oil from Greece. We'll get into that later on. And we're going to season this for the first time. Let it smoke a little bit, wipe it down, and go from there. Alright guys, let me start chopping up some things. Let me start cutting things open, and we'll be back. Italian, German, pay attention. First we start with the bread. You need potatoes and a press. If you don't have a press, a George Foreman grill would do. If you don't got a George Foreman grill, a large frying pan, flat one, similar to this one, can act as your press, and I'll show you how. Alright gentlemen, we'll be back. Alright, we're back. So this is the deal. I heated this up really hot. I wiped it down with olive oil, like I said I would. It was already cleaned, and I just put down olive oil. Things won't stick to it, and you begin to season your panini press. just like a frying pan. Here's a few things we're going to need. The tomato, the potato we mentioned earlier, the bread, potato peeler, knife. I like broad knives when I'm cooking. To the people who are watching this video, I'm not going to stress safety too much. Cooking is dangerous. You could fillet your finger with this. As stupid as this looks, it'll peel your skin. This thing will take your finger off. This thing will burn you. The oil will give you the worst burns you ever had. This is a fryer. The Bird model has been retired. There's a new one. Oil does not mess around. The adult figures in your lives who raised you should have taught you the safeties of handling kitchen utensils. This does not go for the Italian or the German. Those two that I'm making this video for are not compromised. They understand safety. Alright, let me peel these potatoes. It's a bowl. It's got water in it. So we can put the potatoes in it after we peel them. The tomato came out of the fridge, which came out of my garden. We'll be back. Alright, so we peel the potatoes, right? I cut one of them in half already. See that? Just peel it and cut it in half. That's the machine telling me my oil is nice and hot. Okay, potatoes fry at 375 degrees. So you cut the potato in half after you peel it. Through the magic of movie magic, boom, you see that? Let's watch again. Watch how the Birdman can just cut this potato right in half. Just like that. Look at that. Alright. So sometimes you get a little bit of a crevice, you know, it's food, guys. It grows in the dirt. And, you know, you gotta sometimes just carve it out, like core something like an apple. You get rid of the rust. No big deal. One more time. Boom. And the rust is gone. Potatoes, face down. Okay? I'm not Bobby Flay or I'm Oldegasi. I can't chop these up like you see on the Food Network. Just cut them. Just like that. As you cut them, pick them up. Remember that bowl with the water? Right in the bowl they go. So just chop them up just like that. You know, you don't have to jewel them or anything. Just chop them up. You're going to be making like steak fries. You know? You want to fry. I like a fry that's got bite. You know? I don't like McDonald's fries. They're actually my least favorite fries. Because if you bite into a McDonald's fry and you look at the bitten section, I have found that 98% of the time they are hollow. So I'm leading to believe that even the fries are manufactured. That's it, guys. Nothing fancy. Just chop them up in the water. Okay. We'll be back. Okay. So we're back. Now, remember what I did here? I just made slices. They're not your deli slices. They're kind of rustic. You can get pretty thin, 1/4 inch. Okay? Alright, boys. Here comes the kit and caboodle. Take the bread. Let's see if I can back this thing up a little bit. Here we go. Take the bread. You cut it open. Normally I would tell you not to cut through it all the way. Today I'm not going to tell you that. Today I'm going to tell you to cut all the way through it. 2 pieces. Okay? Put it to the side. This is the deal. Olive oil. Just like that inside. Okay? Don't douse it. Just sprinkle it. We'll be right back. Now we got to go to the fridge. Alright guys, we're back. So we broke out the mayo and we broke out some cold cuts. Swiss cheese, salami, ham, American cheese. I don't eat American cheese, Lady Bird does. I eat Swiss cheese. It is the way it is. I usually gung-ho for made in America products. Guys, American cheese is not that sharp to me. I like a sharp cheese. Okay. Tomatoes, the bread, cold cuts. The fries are missing because I moved them over here. My fryer is 375 degrees. The basket's waiting. Potatoes, a plate with a napkin on it. What I like to do is take some potatoes, put them out on a rag, just like that. Okay? And dry them up a little bit, guys. That's what I like to do. I'm going to share my secrets now with you. Alright, you dry them up. Remember, this towel's got to be clean. You're going to, it's a clean towel. You didn't use it to wipe the countertops down with Lysol. It's got to be a freshly clean towel. You pat them down to get rid of the excess water because they came out of water. Because if you put water into a hot oil bath, it's going to splatter all over the place, make your kitchen a mess, burn you, get in your eye, and it's going to suck, and you're going to hate yourself. Lady Bird is not going to be home for a little bit. My potatoes are in. Down she goes. Cover. I got 2 cats, remember? So far I love the unit. What I hate about this unit, everything I love everything about it except for one thing. This handle does not fold down. On the Birdman model, the handle folded down. This way, if the basket is cooking, you put it down, you can't accidentally hit it. This one, you can hit it, and you're going to have big problems. Bam, big problems. Alright guys, next step. While this is frying, and turning golden brown, I'm going to rewarm this up. This is what happens here. Actually, let me just plug this thing in. Plug it in, get it nice and hot again. Okay, it's on now. Olive oil. When that thing gets hot, when the panini press gets hot, I'm going to put this oil side down, both pieces, and brown them just a little bit. Once they're brown, I'm going to take some mayonnaise, and I'm going to mayonnaise both sides lightly. I'm going to take 1 piece of Swiss cheese, and I'm going to take ham, and I'm going to take tomato, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to press it. That is a Greek toast. If you ever go to Greece and you see Greek toast on the menu, that's what that is. Only difference, instead of Swiss cheese, they'll be using a white cheese similar to provolone and or white American. But because Italy is so close, it's probably white provolone that they're using overseas. Okay? I'm going to be back when I brown this up. Alright guys, so we're on the griddle, letting that one side toast. So far, my thoughts on this griddler. It gets very hot. There's no temperature control adjustments. It's just hot or off, and it's very hot. I'm very pleased with it. The way it's designed is designed to take on thick bread. Very happy. Let this brown. See that? I just pulled these up. That's what a good French fry looks like, guys. What do? You drain out this basket and you shake it a little bit, just like that. Take your fries, put them in the thing, in the plate, just like that. Put this back inside, cover this. For the time being, I am done with this fryer, so I'm going to turn it off. Guys, you got me. I'm out of Greek sea salt. Everybody knows that I use Greek sea salt. So kosher salt. Salt the potatoes when they're hot. It's okay if you go a little overboard, guys, with the potatoes and salt. Sometimes I don't normally use much salt, but on my fries, salt. Pepper. Let them sit. You're done with those. Back to the panini press. Let's see. Yep. It's not browned yet. A little bit here. Ow. It's been a while, Georgie. Okay. The perimeter is browning. I'm happy. I'm going to go away because I need both hands. I'm going to put the mayo, the cheese, the tomato, and the ham. And the next time you see the camera open up, it's going to be resting. I'm going to be ready for pressing. We'll be right back. Alright guys, it's ready to be pressed. Notice how I kept the sandwich clean around the edges. It's not for the camera. It's intentional. This is a lunch toast for the working man overseas. Okay? It's done to go quickly. They want it to be neat, substantially enough to fill you for lunch, so you don't get dirty. It's a little different than a sub or a hero. It's neat. Press it. Just push down a little bit, just like that. Let the unit start doing its magic. It's a magical thing. Alright guys. Alright, Italian, here's the deal. Baby steps. Tomato. Cold cuts. Press. Fryer for French fries. You don't need a big monster unit like this. As you know, I host at the house and you're over, and I just have people, and the small bird fryer wasn't cutting it anymore. Get a small one like this. Panini press or a George Foreman grill. I'm pretty sure you own one. Now, this is a lunch toast in Greece. That's exactly what it's called. Greek toast. Now what happens? If it's breakfast time and you're at the cafeteria, they offer this exact way that I made it. Mayo, tomato, olive oil, ham, and cheese with scrambled egg on it, which would make it a breakfast toast. Or toast me avoir. And you would have your frappe, which I haven't made yet. I want to show you how to make a frappe today. While this is toasting, let's take a look at it. We're getting there. I'm going to press down a little bit. And you see how it's coming? I'm going to turn it over. Wow, it's hot. It is hot. Alright guys, press it back down again. Let me break out the frappe and I'm going to show you how to make it. Italian, you paying attention? Alright guys, we're going to make a frappe. Greeks invented this. College students in Greece invented this. You know, when you're fucking high, going to school, you're broke, you figure things out. Here's one thing high Greek students figured out years ago. Many years ago. Okay guys, here's the deal. You need Nescafe instant coffee, classic. Or you're going to go to a Greek food store. I will not endorse any. But you know where they're at. And you will walk in and you will find Nescafe with the Greek writing on it. Yes, it's different. It's different than this one. I don't have any with me currently. So you're going to use Nescafe instant coffee. It looks the same, but the way that it's roasted, it's different for the European market. You can look that up. So if you really want the real for real, you need Nescafe from a Greek store, because the European roast is a little different. Alright, you're going to need a teaspoon. You're going to need white sugar. Hold on. In this house we normally use sugar in the raw. But there are things such as baking that require white processed sugar. Frappe or frappe is one of those things. It's going to require real processed white sugar, unfortunately. Here's the deal. You're going to need a frother. You know who sells these? IKEA. $2. I don't use this one because I got the Greek one from Tony Cafe. You know, when I have people over, Italian, you know when I may have people over. You gotta be able to make 15, 20 of these. This little ringy-dink thing, made in IKEA, is not gonna make 15, 20 of them. It'll make you one or two before it starts getting weak. I need something strong to make froth. Okay guys, here's the deal. You ready? Sugar to taste. I like a half and a quarter. That would be 3/4 of a teaspoon. But because it heaps, and I know how to measure it from the front, that's what I'm used to doing, that's how I'm giving it to you guys. Water. Just to float it. Frappe coffee. 1. And a quarter is how I like it, depending on how strong or how weak. As you make this thing, you'll become proficient as to where you like it. Glico, metri, or mavro. Sweet, medium, or black. I'm done with the sugar. I'm done with the coffee. See how much you take this and you froth it. Okay, look at this. Look how thick that is. You see that? Okay. Here's the deal. You're going to need 2 ice cubes. I'll be at 3. Now you want to float this coffee up without flattening it. Water. Notice how the water's up top. See what's happening? It's rising. And that's all it's going to rise. Your next step. Is milk. I don't have new milk from Greece, which is a little thicker than this. More like a heavy cream. Just milk is heavy, it's going to sink to the bottom. Okay? Drop the water. See what happens? It starts to look like a milkshake. Yes, guys, don't mind my Nescafe glasses. You know, like I said, as American as I am, as Americanized as I am, I still spend time overseas and I like things the way I remember them. You're going to need a straw that bends. This is the most important step. If you don't have a straw that bends, you might as well go kill yourself. I'm just kidding. Put the straw inside. Give it a little twist. See how thick it is on the straw? Look at that. Okay guys, here's the deal. That frappe is done. The ice cube is going to cool it up, make it nice and cold. To this, if you add a scoop of chocolate ice cream, it's like sex, but better. Crazy, right? Crazy that I said that. Trust me. Chocolate ice cream in there, and you're gonna love it. And you're ready to go, guys. See that? Italian. Because I filmed it, it took me 25-30 minutes. If I wasn't filming it, this whole thing, prep and cooking, you're looking at about a 15-minute thing. Cutting tomatoes, potatoes, panini. You could put chicken, roasted peppers, whatever the hell you want. Alright, buddy. The Birdman says good morning. Bye, 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 bye.